Is he the youngest player to ever adorn the national team jersey? Franklin Obare. Gor Mahia, AFC Leopards, give up those two names, and one thing is synonymous with them. No, not exactly one, but quite a few things are associated with them. But the concern here, let me mention some of the things that are involved. Success and failure. I am done with AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia at this point. This is not a story about the equal measures of success and failure of these two giants, or whether you like dwarfs depending on where you look from. Kakamega Homeboys FC has made her way back to the top of the league this season. As the curtains of this season come down closing, now you can catch the drift of why I started this narration with AFC Leopards and Gor Mahia. Again, people are complaining about how Kakamega Homeboys is making her comeback. But another thing, we might just see another community club at the top. Not just another community club, but one with a sizable number of fans that can rival AFC Leopards fans when they are getting beaten left, right and center, and things are not looking up for them. But this is not about Kakamega Homeboys. When you take a walk back in our football history, there are town names that must crop up. Sad the story has changed. Talk of Thika, Kisumu, Mombasa, Kisii, Eldoret, Meru, Kericho, enter Zoo FC. It's a sad tale for them. Our football is a shell of its yesteryears. I am done with that story. It's depressing. This is the story of a former Kenyan international. This is the anecdote of Franklin Obare, former Kenyan international, AFC Leopards and Tusker player. This is the tale of one of the youngest Kenyans ever to adorn the national team jersey. This is the narrative of the only player to ever emerge top scorer in the CECAFA tournament back-to-back in progressive years. It's the story of the man who played on the military side as a civilian when it was unprecedented. This is about a man who was sent once to go play with the ball boys behind the poles. Here is the story of Frank Obare, who built a career punishing AFC Leopards and Shabana FC. In 1973, a police officer in Kamkunji got a son. Franklin Obare had taken his first breath on earth at Pumwani Hospital. He proceeded to Khalsa Primary School before transferring to Old Kibera Primary School and later moved to Kihanja Naboasi Primary School, then back to Nairobi to clear his primary school at Olympic Primary School in Kibra before making the exodus to Gendia High School in Kindube. Again, after 2 years, he was on the move to Meru, Miathene High School. It was in 1992 when he was done with his KCSE, 2 team managers were waiting for him by the gate. Cooperative FC team manager and Vikers FC manager. Vikers FC was a military side based in Isiolo, and with the military tag, Obare had made his choice. He was at Vikers FC for 1 season. He was feeling the heat. The military discipline was too much for him to take, and he wanted out, bearing in mind that back at home, he had a police officer for a father.
Obare tulijuana akiwa Mafuko Bombas. Mimi by that time nilikuwa KCC. So it just happened. Tulikuwa tunakujanga KCC, tulikuwa manager wetu alikuwa anatuleta saa zingine kwa national team national team ikicheza tunakuja tunawatch hizo matches. So hapo ndio nilimit Obare for the first time, na vile nilisema hiyo team yetu ya KCC kulikuwa na lot of consultations na agreement. So season vile iliisha, tume qualify kucheza. Okay, tulimaliza league number 3 1996. TM akauliza tunaweza pata mchezaji mgani mwingine mwenye anaweza tusaidia. So tuka agree na ni Obare. Na by that time unajua alikuwa anafightiwa na teams mingi sana, sababu Kisima huko alikuwa anafunga, and then ameitwa national team, so teams zilikuwa zinamngangania. So tukaambia TM, akafanya all he could mpaka Obare akakuja KCC.
The year is 1994, and there is a new team in the top flight league. The home pitch is Kinoru Stadium. Mafuko Bombers is representing Meru Town. These were the days. Here Obare was in the company of William Iganga, the late Sami Simiu, Sebastian Andulu, and David Akuyu, among other names. In the top flight league, their first game was against Reunion at Kinoru. They were beaten 2-0, and the next day they were up against Ulinzi. Still in Kinoru, they beat Ulinzi 2-0, and Obare had scored his maiden goal in the top flight league. After 1 season at Mafuko, he moved to KCC Eldoret. They offered him employment. His first match at KCC Eldoret was against AFC Leopards. He announced his arrival with a goal. For 3 seasons, he was at Eldoret KCC FC in the company of Tom Reno, Caprimas, Francis Xavier, Tom Olo, Salim Babu, Wilberforce Kilibwa. This squad thrashed AFC Leopards 4-0 in the finals of Moy Golden Cup in 1996.